Hey, what up, y'all, man? We back, man. Another episode of Resiliency Can, man. We here with Damon today, man. It's good to have you, bro. I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, for taking the time to, step out on the platform, bro. You know, your story is just, man, resilient. You know what I'm saying? Man, I think about, when I first heard of your story, just like everybody else, bro, I'm like, it's a crazy one, bro. You feel me? Just talking about, like when did you start to build that resilience? That resilience, just growing up and stuff.
Just growing up, I would really say middle school. Middle school is when I kind of locked in, and I wanted to really be a basketball player. So I was more focused on basketball, and that's when I started like Christmas. Instead of wanting like toys, I started wanting like workout gear, like ladders and things like that. And then that's when I told myself I'm gonna ride my bike to school early, try to get to the gym, and just things like that. That's when I started to really lock in and really started trying to take things serious.
Right. No, that's real right there. And then, man, for a lot of people who don't, even, know the story, you know what I'm saying? Like, how did that come about, the whole Browns thing and, everything like that? How did that?
It kind of just went about just playing football with a lot of different people, just meeting a lot of different people. So I was playing flag football in this one league, and I just met a guy who was telling me he went to camp with the Packers and Colts. So we were talking, and I told him to come out to the field. The receiver coach one time was like, you come out here. He was kind of new to Arizona. So I was like, you come out here, get some work in with me, trying to get it in. And when we're warming up, we're jogging. And we're going through the little warm-up lap, and he starts just telling me his story. And so he tells me about this guy that could probably help me out.
Right.
And so I said, can I get that connection? And so we're building. He gives me the guy's number. So I end up just talking to this guy for a couple months, trying to build a relationship with him because he said he was kind of plugged in with the NFL. And so as I'm talking to him for months, I never met the guy, and we're just on the phone for hours, and I don't know if he's a real guy or not.
Well, I'm gonna ask you that, like, man, that had to be like, man, right, catfish or something like that.
I swear, I swear. Right. So do that. I'm talking to him, and he told me about this workout in Florida. He's like, this workout in Florida. He's like, I don't think you're ready for it. He's like, send me some film. So I sent him some film. He's like, yeah, you're not ready for it. I said, okay, I'll hang up the phone. I'm already mad. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to get to it.
If you don't mind me asking, what made him say like you're not ready for it? Like
he just was a person. It's like you ever talk to somebody and they just want someone to talk to. It was like someone that just needed someone to talk to in a sense. Like you could tell by talking to him, it's a lot more to it. I don't really want to talk about it, but it's just a guy that just looked like he needed someone to talk to, and kind of find out he ended up kind of being plugged in. But he never wants his name mentioned. So when I got to Florida, he's like, just don't say my name. Whatever you do, don't mention me. You don't know me. And so he finally gives me the address. I call him and I ask him again, like, I really need the address. Can you just give it to me? And he's like, yeah, I'm going to give you the address. You don't know me. You never met me. You don't know nothing. So when I get there, I don't say nothing. He just gives me a couple names to say. And when I get there, he tells me what names to say that's going to be good. So when I get in the workout, the guy got some paper. He's checking people in. And I tell him, just check me in at the bottom. And I'm good to go. I know Alonzo because that's the guy that's supposed to be holding it. And so tell him write me down. He writes it down. And then I see Alonzo come in. That's when I just introduce myself to Alonzo, make everything look mutual. And when I met Alonzo, he told me to say another guy's name. And it was a real estate agent from Houston. And that's Alonzo's real estate agent. So I said that. And boom, Alonzo was cool. He's like, oh, you know such and such? I'm like, yeah, that's my guy. And so then he basically like, okay, I'm looking forward to seeing you out here.
Right.
And then he let me do the workout. And then that's kind of just basically how I got into the workout.
Man. And then, man, like, what I love the most, like, even when, I just went to visit your page and then, like, just still, going after it, bro, like, what kept you motivated? Like, on them days, like, you know what I'm saying, you doing all this work and you not knowing if it's going to pay off.
Just keeps me motivated is knowing, it's like, I feel like I got this vision, like, I see what I got going for me. I see something and I'm ready to get to that goal. Like, I'm just real goal oriented. So, like, when I put a goal on, I want to make sure I achieve it no matter what. And then my little brother motivates me every day. He called me and make sure I'm on it. And then my mom and just my brother, my nephews, nieces, and just family. Just I want to be able to do things I've never seen. I'm from a small city, so knowing it's rare.
Where you from, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm from Lake Havasu.
Okay. So, you from Arizona?
I wasn't born here, but yeah, that's like my city. That's like a hometown.
Okay, that's what's up. Lake Havasu.
Yeah.
It go down over there.
It don't go down over there. Not much happened over there, but that's kind of like my city. So, and then no one's really ever made it out of there, and I just always wanted to like try to like be the first one to really do anything out of the city. So,
man, nah, it's real, bro. And like the reason why I want to get you on, like I say, just to because I'm sure it's people that's gonna watch this who, you know what I'm saying, like you say, like you know, they got goals and things like that, but you know, a lot of people, you know, they stop, they don't keep pushing, you feel me? And that's why I'm like, just to see your story, like from the injury too, right? You was hurt at one point, right? And just, you know, recovering.
Yeah, I had hamstring injuries, kind of like that, nothing too severe, but just trying to recover and just trying to stay as healthy as possible.
Right. Yeah, man, but like I say, just your story, man, it's amazing, bro. I know I'm gonna keep saying that over and over. I'm sure I'm gonna drop that a few times, man, but no, it's dope. And then, you know, talk about that experience to be up there on the Cleveland Browns, man.
The experience was cool, but like I tell anybody, it's cool from the outside looking in. When you're in there, it's not as cool as it is. It's really a business. So when you're out there thinking you know, people back home think it's the coolest thing in the world, but when you hear, you know, like it's a 53-man roster, you got to make the team. You know, you're on the bottom of the depth chart, and just going through all that and getting least reps, and you just kind of sitting there like you fighting. It's a battle with yourself, just trying to make the team, and so you just trying to stay locked in. And you can't really be satisfied when you like really just want to achieve one goal, and like you're not happy until you achieve the first part of the goal. Right. And so it was just kind of more of like just battling with yourself every day, like just trying to make the team. Really, you can't really enjoy the moment until you know you made the team, and then you got goals after you make the team. You want to be all pro or whatever you want to be. You want to be the best at what you do.
And then, you know, like, you know, speak just for yourself, you know, I heard you say, like, you know, like, it's one of them things where you reach that goal, like, you gotta, you know, keep going, you know, like, how did you, like, you know, just stay humble, like, just, you know, just keep going, for real?
No, just staying humble is
Cause I'm sure, like, you know, especially from the exposure to the way people treated you, you know, after, you know, making that and, you know, reaching, you know, that status, like, you know, how did you, you know, yourself just stay humble, just remain humble and stay hungry, for real?
Cause honestly, it just started from JUCO, like just, you got goals in JUCO, you know, you do this, but you keep putting yourself a goal, so you're never satisfied with that. What anybody else saying, it might be cool to them, but to you, it's like, you know, your goals you had in mind, and that's kind of how you value yourself. And everybody's got different values in life, and I value myself over what goals I set, so I'm never going to be happy until I can reach every goal, but I don't think I'm going to run out of goals. Like, every day I'm going to wake up with a new goal, a new thing in mind, so I'm always going to just, like, I'm never going to be happy or satisfied, so I'll never be able to bring it in and just be able to say, like, I'm not humble, because I got more things to achieve.
That's real. And then, man, let me ask you, like, you know, who's some people who motivated you, you know, just on your journey?
I say definitely my boy Joe.
Shout out to Joe. He set this up, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Joe.
Shout out to Joe. Who else? My mama for sure. My brothers, my pops, my granny. Pretty much all my family, my sister. And then just friends that I met along the way. I could list a whole bunch of guys. My boy Tim, for sure. And just a bunch of guys I grinded with. Like everybody say, like back in JUCO, everybody gonna make it. So it's like you want to be the one to really make it because everybody swear they're going to make it. So it's just like one of the things, you trying to stay with it.
That's real. You know, always been in that rule. You know, coaches always be like, only 1% going to make it. Everybody sitting in that chair feel like, I'm that one.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
that one that's going to make it. And then, man, I hear you keep going back to, you know, family. You know, speak on the importance of that and just, you know, the people you keep around you and stuff just to, you know, keep you motivated.
All the people I keep around me, family, it's just, those are the ones that really love me no matter what. Like, you can tell them anything you're going through, and they're going to love you for it. And then the friends closest to you, you can tell them anything, and they're going to love you regardless. You can tell them this, and they're not going to judge you for it. So I want to be around people that will let you be your authentic self without you trying to put an image or anything like that. You just want to be around the people that's going to love you, whether you're doing bad, good, ugly, bad day, sad day, they still going to love you. You can call them and tell them what's going on.
That's real. And let me ask you, bro, like, you know, why do you think that, like, you know, people, like, fake that image? Like, you know.
Like I say, it's like some people chasing the dream, some people want to live the dream. I think some people just try to get to the journey because they see the person next to them already lit, so they trying to be that. And it's like, brother, we over here, brother, we ain't got to be that. Like, we got a different pace and a different thing for us. And later we might get blessed at 30. Or he might get blessed at 22. It's a different pace to this. So
that's real.
I just say, just stay in your lane and stay in your own little pace. And it's gonna, if you bless it, the game gonna bless you. So if you stay true to yourself, it's gonna happen.
That's real, bro. And just like moving at your pace, like it made me think of the marathon. Like you know what I mean? Like Nip say, just make sure you find your pace. You know what I'm saying? Like, and fuck the time it take. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, bro. No, that's good right there, bro. And like I just brought up your family, your circle, because like I'm like, man, that's like the number one thing. Like you say, like down times, like pick you up, like keep you motivated. You know what I'm saying? Family's the most important thing. You feel me? Like, you know, and then just speaking like, because you know some people might not have family and this and that. So you know, family don't always mean blood. You know what I'm saying? It could be friends. all that, you know what I'm saying? So,
100%.
you know, just talking to people because they like family. They like, shoot, family, I'm talking about friends, all them close people, all them ones to you. You know what I'm saying? And then, man, I see you coaching, you know what I'm saying, and giving back to the youth. You know, how's that been?
Oh, that's been good. My boy Joe, Philly,
Yeah.
kind of just started a youth Pop Warner team in the summertime, really. We just kind of, Joe came up with the idea. He wanted to do one when he saw his brother's last playoff game. He's like, I'm a coach. So then once he locked it in, he said he's going to coach. And then he called us and said it's good. So we started recruiting and just try to get as many kids as we can, find them wherever we could find them, just put a team together and just try to make something happen for the youth, keep them out of trouble, keep them just basically give them another lane to chase something in, because a lot of guys we got were lower income kids that didn't really never play football before. So we out here picking them up, taking them to practice, and being able to help them, you know, show them a future of this. There's more to this. You ain't got to be outside doing that. You could sit here and play football, and you could further your life playing football. It could take you a long way.
Man, it really can, bro. And like, that's one thing I would always just preach to the, you know, to the high school kids when I first came home and was coaching. I'm like, man, even if you don't make it, like, it give you the memories of a lifetime. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, I'm like, I remember, you know, being back at the U.S. Army game and, you know, being with Christian McCaffrey, Jamal Adams, like all these great guys. And then, you know, you just built those relationships as, you know, time goes on. And it's like, even though I didn't make it, still got those connections. You feel me?
100%,
So,
100%.
man, it's definitely, you know, it's dope. And then where did you go to JUCO at, bro? That JUCO grind deep. JUCO grind different.
JUCO hard to get out of it because everybody want to go D1. The coaches want to go D1. Everybody trying to get up out of it.
Right.
But I went to Phoenix College.
Right.
It's kind of like probably 20 minutes from here.
And I think a lot of that too, like, and that's why I tell people all the time, like, the best players sitting at home for real, like, cause it's not just about the field, it's a mental thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, like you say, it's more to it, you feel me? And then you go into JUCO, you know, like I said, it's every man for himself, you know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to get out, everybody hungry, like, man, I remember them days we were starving in JUCO, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was a bad captain at some time. Some days I ain't show up, bro, because I'm like, man, we don't got no meal tables. We don't got nothing to eat. Like, man. I'm like, no chance, bro. Y'all got us working like real-time athletes with no food, no nothing. I'm cool, you know what I'm saying? Cool. So, man, we're gonna definitely have to get somebody to hold this, though, for sure. But nah, bro, man, that JUCO grind was definitely different. And then, you know, just going back to the youth, man, like you say, like you got them kids who, you know, come from low poverty areas and things like that. You know, like how could you, you know, the sucky part is, man, not every kid is gonna grasp what y'all, you know, teaching. I mean, like that's the sucky part. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you can't, you know, bring everybody with you. But you know, my question is like, how do y'all, you know, how do you get the kids to, you know, lock in with what y'all got, like with what y'all doing?
It's kind of like you show them a path and standard, and then some people gonna buy in and want to do it all the way with you, and then some people gonna be distracted along the ways. It's like you try to get them all, but you can't save everybody. That's one thing I learned through it all. You can't save everybody, but you're gonna try to get as many as you can and do what you can. But then if you try to save them all, you're gonna lose them all. So just get the ones that you can and just run with them.
Man, that's real right there. He said you gonna lose and try to save them all. I never heard that. That's dope, bro. And that's why I love doing this whole thing, because I'm like, you always hear things and it's like, man, like it just stick with you, bro. So I'm like, that's definitely something that's, you know, dope. And then, you know, man, just outside of, you know, like, so are you still chasing the football? Like, is that something you want to do? Like, are you still working out? Are you still trying to get picked up by a team? How's that process going?
That's like every day. That's what I'm main focused on, just trying to do that. They got the XFL and like the drafts in 6 days. So I'm just hoping I can get my name called on draft, and then I can get into the XFL and then work my way up from there.
Man, that's real. And then, man, let me ask you, like, what was something like your most, like, let me ask, like, who would you say was like the best players you played with, like, top, if you could give me a top 5?
My top 5 for real?
Yep.
Go with my boy Joe.
Okay.
Go with my boy Sal.
Sal with the Auburn, the tight end. Okay.
Who else I'm gonna take? I'm gonna take Jarvis, Odell, and then I'll take Miles Garrett. Okay.
Yeah, Miles is a freak, man. And I like that he different, you know what I'm saying? Dinosaur, reader, all that. And then he get on the field and just dominate for real, bro. So, man, no, that's good, bro. Like I say, bro, like just your story and the chasing and, you know, just staying motivated. I'm looking at the clips on your Instagram. You out in the rain, working, man, doing it all, bro. You feel me? Like, I definitely, you know, respect that, bro. For real. Like I said, I appreciate you just taking the time to, you know, just even do this with me, bro. Like, you know, just being organic. I ain't come with a a million questions ready or nothing like that, man. Just wanted to sit down with you and just brace your presence, because like I say, it's power in never giving up. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, man, I definitely appreciate that. And then when did you start playing football?
I started playing. I played Pop 1 when I was little, and then when I got to high school, I ended up doing cross country. My older brother did cross country, so I ended up doing that. And they said,
that boy got lungs, he could run, huh?
You know what I'm saying? My brother was over there going crazy, so I was like, I want to beat his records. So I ended up doing that, and they said I wanted to do football, but they said it started a week ago. So I was like, cross country left, I'm going to do cross country. And then after that, I kind of just focused on basketball, because that was like my favorite sport, so I just kind of locked in on that. And then football is when I kind of came out to Arizona, Phoenix, after I graduated from Michigan, came out here. And I tried out there was a walk-on class for MCC. And I tried to walk on the basketball team. My brother ended up making it, and they said come back in the spring. And then I was like, oh, I'm good. And then that's when I was like, I told my brother, like, I was working out a lot, and I was like, I think I want to play football. He's like, do it. And then kind of just went to the tryouts, kept going to the tryouts, and then ended up really not even making the team, just kind of showing up to all their practices and their workouts in the off season, and kind of just worked my way up from there.
Right. Man, that's real. And then, man, just being a motivation to a lot of people, how do you make sure that you use your influence properly? Because a lot of people, they get influence, they get that status or the power, whatever that look like, whatever you consider status being, whether that's followers, money, whatever it look like, and then you can influence in a good or bad way. So how do you, like I said, use your influence properly?
Cause what I'm doing is really what I want to do. So my influence, my little brother tell me all the time, I need to post more and more and more and use your influence to get money. But I tell him the goal isn't money. The goal, we got a bigger vision. It's gonna happen. We can stay broke, but I promise you, when this happen, it's gonna be even bigger and better. Because we ain't sit here and try to wear something out about a story or anything like that. We really this is really what's gonna happen, and we believe it to the fullest. So that's what's gonna happen. We ain't gotta do nothing for money and fluent. We ain't gotta do nothing. And if you don't get motivated, then you ain't rocking with us.
That's real. And then, man, I heard you talk about belief. How important is that when you chasing what you want to do?
And you just gotta have a lot of faith. It's I say, people who got religions, a lot of it's based off faith. Right. So it's when you have a dream, it's faith based. You don't know, no one knows the exact answers. You can't show no signs to it. It's just something you believe, and that's something you can see, and nobody else can see. So you just gotta keep believing. Man,
that's real. And it's I tell people all the time, if people knew the true definition of faith, a lot of people wouldn't even say they have it, because faith is believing in something you don't know to be true. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? 100%. So that's why I tell people you got faith that this opportunity gonna pay off, that business gonna pay off. You don't know, you know what I'm saying? But man, faith is a real big thing, and that's why I'm man, you gotta have a lot of faith to be in your shoes, and man, just to keep going and things like that. And then, man, how tough is it when you got to separate from those who don't believe? Because I feel like a lot of people, they struggle with that. Oh, well, this is my loved one, this is my cousin, this is my brother. But it's if you're not with the vision, how do you? It's
I lost a lot of people. I didn't grind with a lot of people. A lot of people that been my right-hand mans. Right. And once they stop playing football, it's really they not really here, because I got one goal in mind. It's I'm playing football. Anything other than that, it's if you ain't doing this with me, if you ain't working on me, I'm probably not going to be around you like that. Right. So one thing is, if we doing this together, I'm going to go hard for you. You ride with me. If you want to go do something else, I'm still going to stay in this lane. This is my lane right here. You can do whatever you want. This is the lane I'm trying to stay in.
Yeah, that's real, bro. And it's man, I was in the barbershop one day, and it's dude told me it's not it's love lost, you know what I mean? But he shoot, if I work in Tempe and you work in Chandler, we just got to go separate routes. We just don't, God got us on separate routes right now, you know what I'm saying? So I'm that's real, bro. So to everybody, it's all love, but man, you say, if it's not aligning with the journey, then we got to go.
Yeah, it's still love. I'm going to see you. It's still love for sure. But, I'm right here. You know where I'm at. I ain't going to change. And you do what you got to do. If you got to, whatever you got to do, you go ahead. I'm going to support you from a distance, but I'm going to stay in my lane and try to get where I got going. Man.
That's real right there.
It's like that.
No, for a fact, bro.
Let it out, nigga. Don't disappear for a whole nother year again, nigga. Don't say shit.
That's it. Hey, show what a year do. You feel me? And man, we was just talking off camera, and we was, just even going back to them, them Cleveland, making it, on the Cleveland Browns, and man, you even had to return back to the crib.
Yeah.
Man, how rewarding was that feeling? Just even getting one to the crib,
Oh, take one, touchdown to the crib?
Yeah, touchdown, yeah.
Oh, that shit, in the moment, it felt cool. And then after the day, it's like, it's nothing, because it's like, you know, like that shit, to me the shit was it's so normal, like just come from JUCO and taking shit back to the crib, this shit's so normal. It's like, that was nothing, and to me it was easy. But just knowing, like, right after that, I think I rode my bike to the facility and worked out again, because I was like, damn, I gotta improve, because I'm still third string. And I'm still third string, I'm like, damn, I gotta get up. And then, shit, after that, it was kind of like everybody blowing me up and shit, but I was just trying to stay focused on my main goal, like, just keep going up, because my goal when I first got there was like, I'm gonna take one back every game. And then the second game came, I was bumping the depth chart, I was still third string, but he put me in, and then my second return, I cracked my rib cartilage. And then I got out the game, and my receiver coach was like, nah, it's good, let me run. So he trying to put me in the game, and I can't run. So then they took me in to get x-rays, and I kind of just sat out that game. And then basically the rest of the training camp, it was basically, I was playing with a cracked rib cartilage, trying to get that back right, but just I remember getting advice from somebody that said never show no weakness, like never. They were just telling me, but like I don't want to say I was getting the wrong advice, but it's a business. It's like once you play like that, once they see you playing any type of level that's lower, it's like don't do that. It's money on the line. Like if you can't go 100, don't even play with it.
Yeah, bro, and like man, a lot of athletes gotta understand that too, bro. And I remember my uncle, like even when I got up to UAB, he was just telling me like I seen a lot of my friends and stuff, you know, lose their love for the game because they saw that business side. And I'm like, man, that business side is different because, you know, you go from high school, it's like, and I remember Randy Moss, 30 for 30, I don't know if you ever watched it, you know, and he was saying like the best times of your life is Friday Night Lights because that's you tight, you got brothers, you got real brothers, you know, at that level. Because, you know, going up to that next level, like I say, it's a business. Like, I remember just being at practice, you know, somebody get hurt in practice, they stop practice.
Yeah.
In college, move it up 10, you feel me? Like, so it was just really like, it was really one of the mindsets, like, you know, like, it's kind of like war, you feel me? Like, your brother, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, being on that battlefield, you got to step over your brother, you got to just keep playing and, you know, things like, man, things like that, bro. I'm like, man, it's definitely, you know, and then, like, just speaking on what you say, like, I done seen players go from number one on the depth chart to they really hurt. Coach, like, you can't go, never talk to him again, you feel me? Like, bro, it's really a business, bro. And then, like, what you said just hit deep to me, too, bro. You was talking about, like you said, you like, I scored, and then you know, everybody's blowing me up, but I rode my bike back to the facility and worked out, bro. Like, man, just staying locked in on the course, bro. Like, and then, you know, we was just talking off camera, bro, and like, you know, man, speak on that, bro. Like it was like you was talking about, it was days you had to sleep on the beach and, you know, things like that, man. You know, talk about those experiences, bro. Like,
man, so like since JUCO, it was just a whole lot of different things. Like it was like I never wanted no friends. Like that's the one thing I came to JUCO. Once I started playing football, I was like, I don't want no friends. I'm cool. I don't want to be friends with nobody. And it was kind of like I got one goal. I want to go D1. I want to get a Heisman Trophy, and I want to be the first overall pick. Like that's my dream. Literally, that's all I'm thinking. I was like, I'm gonna be a running back. And I'm gonna be the return specialist. And that's how I'm gonna get there. And that was my goal. So, and JUCO just focus on that. And then after the season come, my first year I was all conference. Second year I was all American, and I had no offers. So I'm kind of like, man, I have no offers. How am I all American? I have 0 offers. So after that, it was like.
Not to cut you off, but what did you think? Like, what was the reason for not having no offers and being an All American? That's crazy to me.
It's cause like coaches, you got coaches that's trying to get out too. So the coaches I got, they wouldn't let me play offense. They wouldn't let me do anything. They wouldn't let me be receiver. I started as a DB when I went to JUCO. I started as a DB, but my whole time, my main goal was to be a running back. Like that was my dream before I even started playing football. Like, I want to be a running back.
Right.
And then I started as DB, and I'm like, DB coach not playing me. So I was like, if I'm gonna sit in practice, I'm gonna go sit and be a receiver.
Right.
And get on a jug machine and just catch footballs all practice. And so the team I played for didn't win a game in 4 years, so it really wasn't no cuts or anything. We could just kind of do. Basically, I'm like, if we're going to do this, I'm going to get better on the jug machine over here at practice. And so then my coaches, they never really didn't let me get to win anything. And it was a special teams coach. No, he wasn't a special teams coach. I seen him working out D-line one day. And I'm driving into school. And I'm like, hey, you be working people out, coach? He's like, yeah. I was like, he's like, well, what you do? He's like, D-line. I was like, I want to do all the work with you, coach. So I ended up starting to skip school just to work out with him. Like I tell him, boom, I'll get out of class early and come work out with him in the field like 10 o'clock before practice. Like, you know, practice at like 3 o'clock, we got meetings.
Right.
So I used to get out of class early so I go to the field with him. And basically like Tuesdays and Thursdays, we used to hit the field at like 10 o'clock. And me and him ended up building a relationship, and he was a special teams coach. And he's like, I'm going to put you on the special teams. I was like, for real, you could do that? He's like, yeah, I'm going to put you back there. And that's kind of the guy that just gave me all the opportunity. Just by me talking to him, like, I want to work out with you, he kind of like ended up bumping up next year being a special teams coach and was like, I'm going to put you back there. He looked at me like Christian McCaffrey. He's like, yeah, that's our Christian McCaffrey right there. And it just worked out that all I got to do is special teams. I want to do offense, but it was just like, you know, the OC and the head coach really wasn't looking like that. They was like, nah, you good. Where you at?
Right. Man, nah, that's real. And then, man, just go back to that, you know, fast forward and like, you never even played college football.
So after
JUCO, right?
Basically, that's when I ended up dropping out of school because I tried to get a scholarship to finish school. I went to my coach. I was like, can I get a scholarship to finish JUCO here? And I was like, I could get FAFSA. And then I was like, or I could get a scholarship from him and my boy, who I was real close with at the time. He ended up giving a scholarship up. And then I was like, boom. He's like, you go in the office, you go try to get it. So I go to the office. I was like, let me get that scholarship, coach. I know such and such, she about to transfer. He's like, nah, we ain't got no room for you. I was like, let me just finish school here. And he was like, no, we ain't got no room. He was like, either I was going to pay for school or I was going to go try to get an offer. So I ended up just dropping out of school and went across the country trying to get my film out so I could get a coach to look at my film and give me a scholarship to the university. And I was like, once I get that yes, I'm going to take all the summer classes. I'm going to make up for it, and then I'm going to be good to go. Like, once that happens, once the coach sees my film, he's going to say, yes, I'm going to go ahead, sign up for all the summer classes I need to finish. Then I'm going to go enroll and try to play D1 football, man. Basically win a Heisman. That's how I looked at it. And then kind of just never went that way. I went to Florida and
talk about like just hearing all those no's, because you know you always hear that quote like you can get a million no's and all you need is that one yes, man. Talk about, you know, them times when you was just getting them no's. No, you can't get the scholarship. No, you can't. You know,
it's kind of like, you know, it makes me go harder because like you keep saying no is good, and one person gonna say yes, and I'm gonna look at you like you gonna try to come around and this can't come around here. You staying over there, that's good, wherever you want to stay, but you're going to motivate me to go harder. Because anybody tell me, no, I'm going to go harder, I'm going to go harder. You tell me, yes, I'm still going to go harder. Right. Like, no, yes, I get motivated off the littlest thing. I can see you walking outside and I'm motivated. Like, man, he walking, I got a car. You know what I'm saying? So it's just little things, and it motivate me to go harder. Like, I'm not tripping. I got a goal in mind, so if you don't want to help me, you don't got to. I still got my goal, and I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. But if you don't want to help, it's good. We're going to figure it out.
That's real. And then, you know, just talking about, you know, like you know, I had cut you off, but, you know, going back to, like I said, you sleeping on the beach. You know, you doing everything to accomplish your dreams, man. Talk about that in those moments, man, because, like I said, a lot of people wouldn't even take it to that extent. You know, a lot of us are, you know, we live in a world today where everybody want to be comfortable. So imagine having to sleep on the beach. You know what I'm saying? People, man, we slept on the floors, all that. You know what I mean? I'm in Future, what do you say? Sleeping on the floor made a man out of me. You know what I'm saying? And we live in this world now where everybody just want to be comfortable, man. So talk about, you know, having to be uncomfortable in those moments, man.
It's like, you see them commercials late at night where you watching TV and you see the people like donate 25 cents and you can help somebody drink or something, drink water and stuff. I used to have that, like, it's weird, but I used to have stuff like that on my screensaver. But like back when I first went to JUCO, I used to have the people drinking out of gasoline bottles trying to fill water to their little brother. And they looked like they were starving. I was like, I know this is easy. Whatever I got over here is easy compared to what some people in the world got. So I'm like, I could sleep over here. I could still go shower. I could still find a way. I got a grocery store right here. I could, if I need it, I could really go get it. So like to me, that was nothing. Like that to me was easy because I know people in the world going through way harder times than me. I'm living in a country where you could really survive with nothing. But there's people that's going to wait through harder times in the world, and I'm not even going to trip about what I got going on. I'm like, we can figure it out in America, but over there, they really struggling. They got to drive, walk miles just to get water and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm not tripping on nothing I got to go through.
Man, no, that's real, and it just made me think of, like, just being grateful. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I remember my pastor one time, he was like, you know, have you ever gave somebody a gift and they be like that's it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just lets you know, like, they not thankful, you know what I mean? And, man, it just made me like, man, just having gratitude. I'm like, man, no, that's real. Like you say, like, somebody do always, you know, have it a little bit worse, bro. And then, you know, just going through those times, man, because I even tell people, you know, like they always say, like, you know, it take a village to raise, you know, a child. You know, I was even telling my homie the other day, I'm like, man, it take a village to reach success. You know what I mean? So, you know, going back to those times, you know, when you were going through that, man, I'm sure you had to, you know, get help and, you know, things like that, man. You know, speak on that, bro, because you know, but before I let you know, it's so, like, it's fucked up to me because we live in a world today where, like, people will be like, you know, if you need help, let me know. Let me know. But then when you ask for that help, they frown upon you. Like, they frown upon you. So I'm like, you know, so, go back to the people who did help it.
Like, the people that do help me, I learned with help, it comes like this. You're going to meet somebody. Like, I meet you today. You say, I got you. I got to get that help from you that day, or I can never get it. That's one thing I learned. Like, once they offer you that help, you got to get it that same day. Right. If you try to come back in a month, they're going to try to pretend like it's over with. Like, it's going to be hard to get a hold of them. So right when they say, try to make them stand on it. But then the people that do say yes, it's a lot because I don't like asking for anything. I don't even want to stay at people's crib for real. Like, I'm cool. I don't want nothing from you because I'm gonna figure it out regardless. Right. It's just, to the people that do help me, I'm going to love them. There's people that know what I got going on and they decide to help. I'm never going to ask for help. They decide to help. That's love. I know I'm going to remember that. Like, my boy on the road, I told him, like, damn, I'm trying to get some food, but it's good. I'm going to go steal something. He sent me $50. I ain't never nothing. I'm like, bro, when I get rich, why is that $50 going to be 50 racks? And when I see you, like, I'm going to give it to you. And so all the people that do help me, it's cool. And then there's people, a lot of people you're going to meet that's going to swear to help you. You know, they just telling you right when they see you. But it's good. I don't really be tripping off of nobody helping me. I'm cool. Yeah. Whether you got it or not, I'm going to get it regardless. I'm cool. I don't need nobody. Right.
Yeah, the reason why I asked you, because I'm like, man, you know, like when you chasing it, you feel me? This, because I'm like, man, sometimes I fall in that boat, bro, like with the entrepreneurship and just chasing and stuff. And I'm like, sometimes, you know, we do get to that point where we do need help, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, man, the way the world designed it, you know what I mean? Like, you know, niggas be afraid to ask for help and things like that. And that's why it's good to, you know, just have the right people around you, you know what I'm saying? There's no question, you feel me? I got you. It's nothing to speak of. Like you say, I'm about to go steal this little, he like, nah, I got you with this little 50, you feel me? Like, so man, you know, people like that, man, them the ones who really care about you, you know what I'm saying? For anybody gonna watch this, bro, like you gotta keep them people around you, bro. That's real, man. And man, just hearing about your man, that's just crazy, bro. You know, like man, what other experiences occurred too, as far as like on your journey, bro? And then, you know, like you say you got this vision, so let me ask, like, you know, 5-10 years from now when we reflecting on this interview, man, because I know we will be like, where do you see yourself out in this life?
5-10 years, I see myself being like I want to say like a superstar, like a megastar. Like I see myself doing things that I envision. Like I got a bigger goal. Like football is not even my main.
Right, talk to me, man. Talk to me about some of the goals, man.
I got like a goal. Like I don't even like speaking on because like I want to show
you. Okay, keep it, yeah.
It's like things I'm gonna do to really change the world. Like football is just kind of like something I put my goal on. I'm gonna do that. That's what I'm gonna do. But then there's levels, and I'm gonna hit this certain level. Where it's I'm gonna try to be like. Super, like I want to have crazy influence and really be able to change a bunch of lives and be able to do it the right way and help people like and really keep it 100 with everybody.
That's real, bro. Like it's crazy. I used to always tell my mom, I'm like, Mom, God put me on this earth more than just play football. I'm like, football is just a stepping stool. Yeah. You feel me? To get me there. And like I remember my homie Priest Willis. You know, he played at UCLA. He was like a top recruit in the country, all that stuff. But he was just talking about like how his dad was telling him like, okay, like football is only like a 10-story building. Mm-hmm. He like, yeah, I hit that 10-story, but now you got this other building. Now it's 20 floors, nigga. Now we got to get to the 20th. Like, so just talking about like that, it just made me think of that. Like, that's real right there. You feel me? Like, man, just gotta, you know, just keep climbing, bro. And like I say, bro, man, like the journey, all that, bro. Like I respect it, bro. Like I said, I just appreciate you just coming to, you know, just even sit down, bro. Cause like I say, bro, man, the sleeping on the beach. I'm just trying to imagine myself like sleeping on the beach to, you know, just get up to go to the facility, things like that, man. Like it's crazy, bro, for real. Let me ask you this, like, what piece of advice would you give to somebody, you know, who's on a journey, who might be struggling, who might be at a standstill right now? You know, what's some advice you would give to them?
I mean, the best advice I give you is like it's your pace. You know, it's not a race to the finish. It's gonna be a pace. You know, you're gonna see people pass you. You're gonna still be in JUCO where you seeing people graduated under you getting drafted first round. And so I just say, just stay in your lane, stay in your pace, and stay consistent. You know, it's hard living honest. It's hard trying to do it the way that everybody dealt different cards. So I really just say, do what you can with your cards and stay in your lane and just stay focused. Don't get discouraged because you're over here getting $1 million. You good. You're going to get your millions later if you stay on path. I feel like you're going to do it.
Man, that's real, bro. We're going to end it on that, bro, for real, bro. Like, that's good right there, bro, for real. No, I appreciate you, bro.